Welcome to another First Chapter Friday. This is going to be the last one filming in school for the summer, most likely. And I am wearing my teacher versus students basketball shirt to go along with today's book, which is Hooper, and it's by Geoff Herbach. This is a story that fits our summer reading. Multiple themes include a person who is coming to America and assimilating. And this is a story about a young man who came from Poland and is assimilating to American culture. So lots of interesting things that happen there. It also is thoroughly a basketball book. So for those of you who only like reading sports books, you're going to love this. I will caution that there is a word that our main character, Adam Reed, says, and a lot. He doesn't understand the significance of it in American culture. So I will use a polite word if I encounter that in this first chapter. But other than that, nothing you haven't heard in daily life, trust me. Okay. Chapter 1, I am a hooper. This is where I first found happiness in America. I am a hooper. I leap high. Grab the rebound over all the Wazeka boys. I drop the rock to the point guard, Caleb Olson, and then jog down the court. Shoes squeak. The pep band drummer drums. Cheerleaders cheer. The air smells like popcorn and nachos, and the heat of all these people. A packed gym full of Northrop Polar Bear fans. This is February, sophomore year. I jog underneath the hoop. The defender tries to push me out. I am already too big. He is 6'1" maybe. I am 6'6", and all bony arms and legs. I back him down, just for fun. Caleb Olson, a senior, takes his time coming down the court. He is so good with the ball in his hand. He is such a fine shooter, too. We are far ahead. No need to rush things. I swing outside the paint to the left wing. The drum drums. The crowd cheers. Our offense runs through me and Caleb, and no one else. Caleb moves into the front court. The Wazooka defense sets. I cut again underneath the basket and then explode from the post to the top of the key where I set a pick on Caleb's defender. Caleb drives. I roll. Caleb lobs the ball high at the rim. I leap, I catch, I throw it down. It's like water breaking through a dam. The crowd goes crazy. Even a kid at the end of our opponent's bench. He looks like me when I was a little boy, or like my little brother would look if I had one. Blonde hair, spiked up, long arms, long legs, so skinny. He wears a red t-shirt with a big yellow corn cob on it. Fear the cob is written in big letters. That boy is so happy to see me dunk the basketball, and I do not fear the cob. Wazooka, known as the Cobbers, won the Minnesota Valley Conference 3 years in a row, but this victory claims the crown for us. Northrop Polar Bears reign supreme. We are the champions. Me and Caleb high-five. But I don't like him. You would think this victory makes me a popular guy. You would be wrong. After the game, no girls come to kiss my cheek. No teammates want to meet me for pizza at Patrick's. And I don't want to be with any of them. Instead, I leave the gym fast. I don't shower. I grab my clothes from the locker and fire out the door into the night air. In the parking lot, Barry Rowland waits for me. Nobody in school likes him, but he is a good person. Barry Rowland takes me to McDonald's down the highway. I eat 2 quarter-pounders and a large order of French fries. While I eat, Barry talks about the Taekwondo. Although he is small, he is good at this martial art. The star pupil at Bob's Champion Taekwondo Studios. He is so good, in fact, he helps teach the little kids' classes and the old people classes. Sometimes when we're at McDonald's, a little kid or an old person will come to say hi. He may not be popular in high school, but little kids and old people love him. This February night, he is excited because he has just begun to kick trees with his shins. He thinks he can have the most powerful shins in all of Minnesota by the time he attempts his second-degree black belt test in April. I saw it on YouTube. If you microsplinter the bone on your shins, it grows back harder. You can turn your shins into steel. I stopped eating the quarter pounder. Your shin grows metal? I asked. No, it grows more bone, strong bone. It just gets as hard as metal, okay? Okay, I say. Sounds good. I take another bite of my quarter pounder. Barry Rowland ends many sentences with the sound of a question, even if there isn't a question. I once thought that he was asking many questions, but I learned that this is just his conversation style. He has much style. He often wears his karate-style headband on his head, and he has thick glasses that make his eyes look big and surprised. He has puffy blonde hair and a fluffy blonde mustache. Food also fires from his mouth while he talks. It's because he's so excited about life. Maybe if my shins get hard enough, I can get on TV for breaking logs? Yes, dope, I say. I make my voice deep to sound like a TV announcer. Mr. Strongman can kick down your house. That's right, dude, he says. I thought of my TV name, too. Do you want to hear it? Yes. He lowers his head and he whispers like a snake. The Shinja. The Shinja? Like a ninja with great shins? He nods. I nod. That is very, very dope, bro. When we finish with the burgers, Barry Rowland drives. He talks all the way to my dark home on the edge of the small college campus, on the outskirts of a tiny Minnesota town. In the house, Renata, my adopted mom, is fast asleep. Barry gives me a high five when he parks. See you for breakfast? He says, because he will come to eat breakfast with me and Renata in the morning. I point and I say, catch you in the morning light. He smiles in his piece of S car, a Pontiac. This car has rust holes in its bottom. When there is rain or snow, there is rain or snow in his car. But Barry doesn't mind. He is happy for what he has. He drives away, and I go into the dark house across from the darkened college buildings on the edge of all those dark farms. And that is all there is to chapter 1. Some of these chapters are insanely short. I would keep going to get to the point where you start to hear some of his difficulties with the American culture and some of the other difficulties that he has. But instead, I'm just going to give you a slight sum up. And that is, he is a bitter person. It's not bitter because he's now in America and he misses Poland. He's bitter because of life situations, losses in his family, feeling just a lot of anger in life. And some of it is because of how he is treated once he is in America. Although he may look like everybody, he is judged because he isn't from our country and he doesn't know our language as well, and he makes a lot of faux pas. But I really enjoyed it. I think that there's this fantastic arc from the beginning of the book to the end that is really worth reading, all the basketball stuff if you're not crazy about sports books. And then those of you who love the sports books, you're going to be so happy with all the games and how much sports gives him meaning in his life. And he is very good. So there are lots of ways that you may even learn how to be a better player yourself from reading this book. So thank you for listening. I hope that this might become one of the selections that you use for our school's required reading.